Hello everyone, my name is Daniel and I'm just a casual racer, and today I'm going to be trying out Hotshot Racing, a random racing game that I have pulled off of Steam. I got it for $2 because it's on sale for $2 till the end of the month. Normally the full price is $20, and as part of this new series where I check out random racing games primarily made by indie developers or smaller studios, I won't be doing a full review because this will mostly be my first impressions. But I do want to check, is it worth it at the $2 mark, do I think? Do I think it would be worth it at the full price? Or, of course, when I check out a free game, is it worth it just to add to your library and add that, game to take up space or whatever, Obviously, I guess you technically don't have to install the free games, but, we'll be giving our opinion, an initial impressions, kind of get it or don't type of opinion from the perspective of someone like myself who is a sim racing developer. I do a lot of programming and work on physics for sim racing games, a lot of the games that are currently in development, and then also I do a lot of mods through Historic Sim Studios or Authentic Simulation, so that's my background, and of course I do a lot of sim racing, so I'm used to using a wheel, steering wheel, the like. This game, unfortunately, does not have a steering wheel or force feedback support. And so, because it doesn't support force feedback, I won't be doing an in-depth review. I may do that for some games that do have force feedback support, but for games that are like this, Hotshot Racing, more of a fun game, we're going to see, is it super arcadey? Is there a little bit of a simulation aspect? I would guess it's going to fall more on the arcade side here, see the spinning arcade, but some of the arcades, right, had a little more of a simulation, realistic racing aspect to them. So let's dive in and see right here, and just kind of give you my live reaction to everything as I go through it. I have gone in and already set up the settings, turned off the music, and calibrated my controls. But right now, we can see right here, we got several different game modes. We have online, time trial, single race, Grand Prix. If we jump into the online, unfortunately, you're going to see quick racing. If you go ranked racing, if you go arcade, there's several different game modes within, as you'll see right there. Unfortunately, there's just not really anything here, and they just end up filling it with AI. We're going to leave the lobby here. And there's several different game modes. You'll see that as well when we set up some races. But Cops and Robbers, Driver Explode, Barrel Barrage, and then, of course, Arcade Racer. So you can see you can host a game. Got some decent little options here if you wanted to actually get this a couple friends and play it together. That could be interesting, perhaps. I think this game could be perfect, perhaps, for like the Steam Deck experience, where you obviously don't have a steering wheel and you just have the Steam Deck inputs, and having a fun, casual game, maybe let your kid use it on a flight or something like that. That's generally the vibe I'm getting from games like this. Let's just see if it actually is a fun and good experience for that. And also for like joining a game, there just aren't any servers up, unfortunately. So that's a quick overview of the online. Time trial, you got all the options. I tend to find time trial to be a bit annoying, but right here, or boring, excuse me. But I will jump through and give this an opportunity to show you all the different tracks. So as you can see, we got the Marina, Ocean World, Heated Highway. Actually, it's not showing them here. Let's jump out of this and jump up to single race where I can give you a better view of that. So here we got in the coast section, there's 4 different kind of areas, and each track can be normal or mirrored. So if I go over here, you'll see it actually flips the circuit, which is pretty interesting, right? Most games have like maybe reverse and normal layout, but this is actually a mirrored layout. Ocean World, Heated Highway, Sea View, and Surf City, which looks pretty interesting. Then the desert, we got Downtown, Area 41, Boneyard, Casino Run, 8 Ball Highway. Jungle, we got Temple Drive, Dino Dash, Royal Roadway, Temple Ruins, Cargo Chaos. In the final section, we have Castle Funfair, Fossil Cave, Ski Paradise, Alpine Town, and Frozen Freeway. And so as you'll see, a lot of these different locations, right? We have 20 different locations, tracks, and then, of course, a mirrored and normal version for each. Lap counts, you can go from 3 to 7. Got normal, hard, and expert difficulties, and those 4 game modes we already discussed. All right, I believe you can do local multiplayer as well. So, for example, you can jump between 1 or 2 players, I believe. But I believe you also have to have a second controller connected. So, right now we're stuck on just 1 player. In the Grand Prix mode here, we'll jump in. As you can see, there are several different tours. This is giving me Mario Kart vibes, normal, hard, expert. Maybe a little bit of a Gran Turismo vibe as well. We can jump in here, do one of these Grand Prix. We'll do normal start. See if any of these cars catch my eye. Each driver, Aston here, looks like he's got a interesting selection of cars here. Definitely some Aston Martin looking type cars. I think we'll go with this kind of classic GT3 Aston Martin. The Bulldog. Alrighty. So we're going to jump in here. This is the Tour Race 1 of 4 at the Marina. And here we go. 3 laps around this circuit, but you do have to maintain a certain time, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Shift up, got the automatic shifting. Definitely the acceleration is not super quick, but we'll see how it handles. It takes these corners here. Up and around this corner here. Definitely an interesting... I can already tell you right now, this is so arcade. There's almost zero... There's none. This is fully an arcade game, which I mean, it's not a super big surprise. But if you are from the Simcade, you're looking for like a Simcade title, even like a Forza Horizon, this isn't even to that level. And definitely if you're just someone who wants to add only simulation titles to their library, you know, that they can use with wheels and pedals, this is obviously, as we discussed, not that title either. You hit the brake, you can kick it into a drift, which is necessary to make tight corners. Kick it into a drift, try to. This car is, I think, like, the trackside details, right? I think that's kind of where this game appears to try to shine. A lot of interesting things to look at. Obviously, everything's low poly, but there is kind of that visual interest here. Bouncing off the wall there. Walls will rebound you a little bit, so that's definitely very favorable walls. For sure. Alright, let's use a boost here. Boost away! That's super realistic, right? But I mean, overall, right, the game has several different career modes. It's $2 currently. Do I think this is worth $20 for someone, like, from the perspective of someone that's into more serious racing games? No, this is not worth $20. Is it worth $2? My initial impressions would be probably. Obviously, it's going to be dependent on if you're fine paying $2 for something that, like, for me, I could only see, you know, maybe doing one weekend in and then throwing away. But at the same time, if I spend even just a few hours on a game like this for $2, probably worth it. You know, so the standard isn't super high when the price is low enough. It's less than a lot of sim racing mods, and obviously the physics, you don't have to spend days researching actual how did the car drive and trying to digitally re-engineer the different components of the car within a, you know, a sim racing title like I often have to do at Historic Sim Studios and, you know, Authentic Simulation. But you still do have to spend a lot of time on these different roadside details and things like that. Go off the track there. Come on. Up into third, podium finish, $3,000 there. Interesting, so you'll see right here we got some things you can unlock, some target objectives. And let's continue. There's the point standings. We get set 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, or 5 point standing, it appears. We have 10 points here. So let's jump into the next race. We may jump out of this championship a bit early because I do want to check out at least one of the other game modes and show it off to you guys. But we don't have a boost yet. This car definitely takes a while to accelerate compared to some of the other cars we're out here against. But it seems like it has quite good top speed, reasonably good handling. We'll see. So, getting another look at a different circuit here. Nice little chicane there. You can see even the road surface is a little bit different textured. For what this is, it seems quite well done. You know, obviously this isn't going to be the cup of tea for a lot of you, you know, but it might be the type of thing that you, like I mentioned, you know, maybe you have a Steam Deck or your kid wants to play a game or something like that, and you stick this on your computer for $2, and they can even play it on your keyboard, you know, or with a controller or the like. And, you know, obviously the disappointing part is, you know, something like this I think would be really cool if you could use a, you know, a wheel with and have some force feedback, even if it was real simple, because that's what real arcade cabinets did. A lot of them had that. And so, unfortunately, by not having that in this title, I will say, like, your kids, right, or friends, they want to jump on your sim rig. They want to try out your cool wheel and pedals and all that. And unfortunately, this isn't a game that allows you to do that. So if you're looking for something that would do that, maybe for your kids, and be entertaining while also being fun and goofy and that type of thing and easier to drive, it's really not going to provide that for you. So just something to point out. Yeah, it really is well put together though overall. I mean, like, it just makes sense. No issues, no bugs or anything like that. In the 20-30 minutes I've been messing around, setting it up, getting ready for this video, and then now just doing these couple of races live, or live necessarily, but on video for you all. Woo! Turned there. I mean, that was actually, so getting here, hit in the rear left quarter panel, turned me left into the wall. There is some sort of, general collision physics simulation going on that affects directly the steering of the car. So, albeit it is extremely simple, there is nothing underneath these cars in the driving experience. Alrighty, and you'll now see the standings. There we go. So get an idea of how the championships work, the Grand Prix mode as they call it. Alright, let's jump in and give one kind of final. See what we got. Cops and robbers, driver explode, barrel barrage. A few different. Evade the cops, make off with the money, or take down the robbers for a big cash bonus. Keep up the speed and make the checkpoints to avoid exploding. Race to the finish line and destroy your opponents with explosive barrels. Interesting. That sounds almost like a Mario Kart mode. Let's give that a shot here. Are we on Fossil Cave? What we got in the jungle here? The temple ruins here. Looks like we go through a temple. This looks like it could be fun. Let's go down to Mike here. See what he's got. You got a Ford or Cobra looking thing here. Let's pick that. There we go. Automatic, of course. Don't worry about shifting in arcade. Don't really see the point of that. Let's get ready to go here. Ooh. And I see if we time the RPM range right, you'll get a boost off the starting line. Cool feature, very Mario Kart-like. Alrighty, here we go. Now, where are the barrels? 0 of 2 barrels up in the top right, and my health is in the top left. Alrighty, something to watch out for here. I feel like I'm running away with this. Where's the barrels at? Where are my exploding barrels? Are these them? No. I don't know. I dropped the barrel behind me. Cool. Alrighty. I see something there. Could be interesting. See, he's dropping barrels as well. So it's more of a dropping the barrels behind you type of deal, maybe? Dropping them. Seeing what happens. Not 100% sure exactly what's going on behind me. But, trying to cause some issues with the cars chasing. Go around here. Drifting will build up your boost. You gotta drift. Also, it helps you make corn. Oh, we hit a barrel. Oh, there are barrels everywhere now. I see. It's gonna start coming into a play here. And we boost, get back up in the lead, hopefully. Yep, there we go. Ooh, go around the barrels. Avoid these guys. I'll be honest, this mode's kind of boring. Not at all what I thought it was going to be. Obviously, you're still racing, but at the same time, also this track, I think, is a little bit boring. It's actually more simplistic than I thought it was going to be as well. Going through the temple here. I mean, visually, right? Kind of interesting around the outside, but I mean, this circuit isn't speaking to me that much. We'll see. I'll try another more of a city circuit here. Second, see maybe a little more interesting. Try to avoid. There we go. Oh no. Cars are catching up to me. Drop my barrels. I forgot about that. There we go. I feel like as well the AI is hitting the barrels more than I am, but I'm not finding them hard to dodge at all. It's one of those things where probably definitely have to increase the AI difficulty, which may just increase the speed and not so much the strategic element. Alrighty, first place. Alright, we'll do one last Cops and robbers. I feel like this would maybe be good in a desert setting. Yeah, casino run, cops and robbers. This sounds like a combination that makes sense. What do we got here? What do we got here? Ah, I see a classic Porsche. Let's give it a go. Alrighty. Robbers left 6. No idea what I'm doing. Okay, we're driving straight. Okay, more of a mountainous. Whoa, there's a cop. Okay, so this is like another race kind of mode, but with the robbers, cops trying to hit us and damage us. We got health on the left. We got money on the right. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh, avoid that. I think I need to get the money. I think that's important. Alrighty, here. I see the cars ahead of me. Okay, they're like trying to collect money as well. Ooh. Definitely not the best turning race. You really got to focus on sliding in this car. Oof, I didn't get the cash. Or maybe we got a little bit of cash. I nipped the edge of it. I guess they gave her pretty favorable on that. There. Alrighty. Accelerate, get some money there. Oh, 802. Maybe it's a little bit based on the speed you hit it at, too. Interesting. Speed ahead. There's some cars. I got some health damage from those police officers. I see. Might not be the best advantage to be in first place, actually. We'll see. Yeah, it seems to be speed-based, maybe. Race ahead here. Trying to get as many points as I can. Sliding through the corners here. Taking some pretty big damage. It's about to end for us. 3 robbers remain. 2 robbers remain. Oh, we're officer now. Okay, well, where are the people? Ooh. There's a guy. I want to hit you. One robber remains. Alrighty. Gotta chase him down here. There we go. Alright, interesting. That mode was definitely more interesting than the other mode with the barrels. Still all in this racing setup. I mean, obviously there's no real open world maps or anything, so it all has to be kind of set within a race. Interesting. Let me give you kind of my final thoughts here. I think I've given a pretty good look at this game. You've seen the tracks, the content. Really just a arcade racer. I think most of you probably won't be interested in this game very much. Is it worth $2? I would say so. I wouldn't pay probably much more than that. I know they put a lot of effort into games like this, developing even like the low poly trackside details. The casino track there probably was my favorite, had the most different interesting things on the sides, but some of the other tracks like the Jungle Temple Run wasn't that interesting. So really kind of depends what tracks you get. Some seem to have a lot more effort put in than others. I will say overall, probably only a minority of you who are watching this that are into the sim racing side will be interested in this game. I will say overall the game seems well structured, simple. If you're willing to pay $2 for maybe a day's worth of fun or a weekend's worth of fun, or for something that might entertain your kids, then, check out the link in the description. You can go on Steam and see if you want to purchase this game for $2. But yeah, an interesting title, an arcade racer. Personally, I probably won't be jumping into it, back into this game myself. But I could see that there are some of you that definitely, perhaps, especially if you have like the Steam Deck and you're looking for a racing game that can work very casually, this perhaps could fit you quite well. So those are my thoughts and initial impressions of this random racing game. I hope you guys are going to have a great rest of your week. But most of all, I hope to see you in the next video.